Timmy was always fascinated by airplanes. Whenever he heard the roar of an engine in the sky, he would run outside to see it soaring high above him. He dreamed of one day flying like a bird, feeling the wind in his face and seeing the world from above. One day, Timmy decided he would learn how to fly. He researched online and found a local flying school that offered lessons for beginners. He saved up his allowance and begged his parents to let him take the lessons. Finally, the day arrived for Timmy's first lesson. He arrived at the airport with a mix of excitement and nerves. He met his instructor, Captain John, who gave him a quick tour of the plane and explained the basics of flying. Timmy climbed into the cockpit, feeling the weight of responsibility on his shoulders. Captain John guided him through the pre-flight checks, and then they were ready to take off. As the plane lifted off the ground, Timmy's heart raced with excitement. He was finally flying. Captain John talked him through the different controls, and Timmy started to get the hang of it. He felt a sense of freedom and empowerment, knowing that he was in control of this giant machine in the sky. They spent the next hour flying over the countryside, with Timmy practicing different maneuvers and getting a feel for the plane. He was amazed at how much there was to learn and how much skill was required to become a good pilot. After the lesson was over, Timmy thanked Captain John and promised to come back for more lessons. He left the airport with a newfound confidence and a deep sense of fulfillment. He knew that he had found his passion and that he would do everything in his power to become a skilled pilot. Over the next few months, Timmy continued to take flying lessons and practice whenever he could. He studied hard and learned everything he could about planes and flying. He made new friends at the flying school and felt a sense of belonging in the aviation community. Finally, the day arrived when Timmy was ready to take his solo flight. He climbed into the cockpit, feeling a mix of nerves and excitement. He took a deep breath, turned on the engine, and taxied down the runway. As the plane lifted off the ground, Timmy felt a surge of adrenaline. He was flying on his own. He followed the flight plan he had meticulously prepared and executed all the maneuvers flawlessly. When he landed, he was greeted with cheers and applause from his instructor and the other pilots at the airport. From that day on, Timmy was a pilot. He continued to fly, learning new skills and exploring new places. He felt grateful every day for the gift of flight and the joy it brought to his life. As Timmy's skills as a pilot grew, so did his sense of adventure. He started taking longer flights, exploring new places, and pushing his limits as a pilot. He even entered local flying competitions and started to win prizes for his skills. Timmy's parents were amazed at how much he had grown since he started flying. They saw how much more confident and responsible he had become, and how much he had learned about planning, decision-making, and teamwork. Timmy's passion for flying also inspired him to pursue his studies more seriously. He knew that he wanted to become an aerospace engineer someday, and he worked hard to get good grades and learn as much as he could about science and math. When Timmy turned 18, he decided to apply for a pilot's license. He knew that this would be a major accomplishment and would open up new opportunities for him in the aviation industry. He passed the rigorous exams and tests with flying colors, and soon he was a licensed pilot. He continued to fly, taking friends and family on trips and exploring new places whenever he could. One day, Timmy received an unexpected offer. A commercial airline was looking for young, talented pilots to join their team, and they had heard about Timmy's skills and accomplishments. Timmy was thrilled at the opportunity. He knew that this would be the chance of a lifetime, a chance to turn his passion into a career. He accepted the offer and started training with the airline. Years passed, and Timmy became one of the most respected and skilled pilots in the industry. He flew all over the world, carrying passengers and cargo to all kinds of destinations. He never forgot his love for flying, and he always remembered the thrill of his first flight. And whenever he had the chance, he would take the controls of a small plane and fly for the sheer joy of it, feeling the wind in his face and remembering the sense of freedom that first inspired him to learn how to fly.